Increase your agility with multi-cloud flexibility. Well, we're joined by Manish Gupta, Senior Director and General Manager, Data Center and Compute Solutions, Dell Technologies, India. Well, at Dell, Manish heads the solutions around server, hyper-converged infrastructure, and networking portfolio for India geography. He brings in very professional experience for the IT industry and has led large business teams across global markets for MNCs. Thank you so much, Manish, for joining us today. Over to you.
Hello, and welcome to today's discussion of the benefits of multi-cloud flexibility. Thank you for joining us for this DTA presentation to learn how you can increase your organization's agility. The one question that every IT organization is asking is, are we ready for what comes next? You are not alone as an IT leader in wondering if your team will be able to respond adequately the next time the business turns to you in a big way. Although what's next is never clear, organizations can say with confidence that IT will be central to any transformations internally that are demanded. The question becomes, do you have the agility and flexibility that you'll need? Even before this new decade began, Dell Technologies has signaled clearly to our customers that a digital revolution would be critical to their success. We had dubbed the 2020s the data decade, and certainly the events of 2020 have already made this a reality for organizations globally. In a time of vastly accelerated digital transformation, IT as usual can't be the way forward. You'll need to provide timely and flexible IT that meets your multi-cloud challenges head-on. As organizations are increasingly relying on IT to help the business be ready for whatever comes next, the pace of digital transformation continues to accelerate. There are many implications of the increasing pace of digital transformation, both near-term and long-term, as your needs around agility, flexibility, and predictability continue to evolve. First and foremost is that the IT market globally is moving towards as-a-service and pay-per-use economic models. According to research conducted by Vance & Bourne, 74% of organizations are investing in on-demand digital services. But it's telling that less than half of those businesses, 45%, have fully completed their latest round of investment or are in the maturing stages of investing. For those organizations, on-demand opportunities are still untapped. Furthermore, IDC estimates 65% of global GDP will be digital by 2022. Additionally, Gartner reports that 15% of on-prem deployments will involve pay-for-use pricing by 2023. This is up from less than 1% in just 2019. Harnessing the transformative power of technology is hard work, which is why more and more organizations are turning to Dell Technologies to solve their toughest technology and business problems. Business transformation is a prerequisite for all organizations. The fact is, transformation is critical for every kind of business. That's why Dell Technologies, in collaboration with Intel and Vance & Bourne, created the Digital Transformation Index. We surveyed 4,300 business leaders across more than 40 countries to analyze their organization's efforts. Though the curve has progressed since we started this index in 2016, too many companies still lag behind the digital transformation curve. You'll see that only 6% of companies today reach the status of digital leader in their industry. And today, 89% of organizations recognize that they need a more agile IT infrastructure to allow for contingencies. Dell Technologies can help you make that agility real. Be ready for the next wave of change, whatever form it takes, by driving your organization forward with Dell Technologies. As your organization increasingly relies on IT to help the business be ready for whatever comes next, let our experts guide you as you work to increase agility with on-demand consumption and multi-cloud flexibility. This real-time, always-on world that we've entered this decade requires that the way you use your resources be completely reimagined. How can your IT organization better respond to the needs of the business? By getting ready and embracing freedom of choice in technology consumption, a single pane of glass across public cloud, private cloud, and the edge, and optimization of infrastructure for desired predicted outcomes. We help you deliver multi-cloud flexibility with the agility of a cloud provider, yet without the complexity or limitations, delivering the most innovative infrastructure, consistent management across public and private clouds out to the edge, and more choice and flexibility in how you consume your technology. Let Dell Technologies accelerate your transformation as you begin to engage in multi-cloud flexibility. As organizations are increasingly relying on IT to be flexible in order to help stay agile, more choice, flexibility, and predictability in how you consume technology becomes required. Let Dell Technologies help you embrace the freedom of choice in your technology consumption and payment, so that more agility can be enjoyed by your IT administrators as well as your end users of IT. An on-demand buying mentality must be embraced wholeheartedly in order to truly experience the impact of multi-cloud flexibility. Expanding on digital transformation research, 451 Research has further compared digital leaders with digital laggards. Here, you can see how these groups differ with regards to change in IT funding strategy due to the events of 2020. This past year has changed budget plans moving forward. For digital leaders, that means a larger increase in OpEx spending over the next 3 years than the increase that digital learners and laggards will drive. When asked, how does your organization currently fund the majority of its IT infrastructures and/or software, and how will your organization fund the majority of its IT infrastructure systems and/or software in 3 years, you'll see that today's digital leaders are planning a larger increase in operating expenses over the next 3 years than learners and laggards. So by the end of the first 3 years of the data decade, digital leaders are planning to fund 35% of IT infrastructure systems and software through OpEx. That means digital leaders are seeking more choice, flexibility, and predictability in how IT is consumed. They're embracing solutions delivered as a service, sold so that you can pay as you go or pay as you use. Multi-cloud flexibility brings you that freedom of choice in technology consumption and payment. Deploy the resources that your users need on demand for the best financial and technological outcomes. You need more than a variety of products to choose from. You need a variety of ways to purchase those solutions. You have to be able to adjust capacity as demanded by the business over time, whether that means scaling up or scaling down. And finally, you need seamless integration with your existing digital platforms, which becomes essential as you're asked to support new workloads on demand. At Dell Technologies, we are proud to turn these ideals into a reality through our wide range of available purchasing options, our infrastructure's scale up and scale down flexibility, and tight integrations across the IT landscape. Now here's a look at Project Apex, which we announced at Dell Technologies World, and which brings multi-cloud flexibility to life. Project Apex delivers what you love about public cloud and what you need on-prem, so you can be ready for what's next and make multi-cloud flexibility real for your organization. Dell Technologies brings you world-class solutions with practical and proven experience to help serve the workloads that matter most to your organization. We offer flexible payment and value-added service options spanning from PCs, servers, storage, data protection, networking, and HCI to virtualization, software-defined, and hybrid cloud solutions. And best of all, our offers are engineered for virtually any application, workload, or use case for the ultimate flexibility. By selecting Dell Technologies, you'll gain that choice, flexibility, and predictability your organization desires, with the broadest end-to-end portfolio of consumption-based and as-a-service delivery models across our entire range of workload solutions. At Dell Technologies, we are proud to make scale-up and scale-down flexibility and elasticity a natural part of our powered-up infrastructure. We can provide scale-up capacity expansion throughout our end-to-end portfolio. Scale up or down as your users' needs demand, in real time. Most organizations have workloads and data that requires elastic capacity and benefit from consumption models that charge for usage. In these workload and data scenarios, organizations benefit when enough capacity is deployed to accommodate peak and burst usage. Flex on Demand, available through our flexible offerings, assures the requirement for elastic capacity. A committed capacity level is determined for baseline usage, and a fixed monthly charge is assessed. A level of buffer capacity is also determined. Buffer capacity usage is measured on a monthly basis, and charges are only assessed when buffer capacity is used. In this charge for usage model, a customer does not pay for all the deployed capacity as is required by CapEx purchases and many public cloud pricing models. Instead, the customer only pays for the capacity used. Customers can drive lower usage charges by selecting higher level of committed capacity and longer usage periods. And of course, no matter how you consume your IT technology, you'll benefit from tight integrations across the IT landscape within our on-demand portfolio. The extended Dell Technologies family provides more points of seamless integration across the digital landscape, ensuring that a shift to cloud-like economic approach won't leave your technology unapproachable for your end users. One major example is VMware integration, which is integral to all of our powered-up appliance offerings running on PowerEdge technologies, as well as our software offerings. PowerProtect Data Manager, as a specific example, simplifies backup and recovery of VMware environments. It provides application-consistent protection while leveraging native VMware features, meaning there are no agents needed. In addition, vAdmins can take control of image-level backups with the ability to instantly restore VM images directly on the PowerProtect DD protection storage of which it was protected. Lastly, continuous replication provides any point-in-time recovery of interdependent applications. The replication is efficient over any distance with sync or async replication. This is just one example of the tight integrations that bring even more choice to your organization. Here's some quick validation from IDC of the business value behind this flexible approach. You'll see that with Flex on Demand, customers find 23% lower average cost of storage operations per year, as well as 92% faster time to deploy new storage capacity and 54 fewer incidents of unplanned downtime. That concludes freedom of choice in technology consumption and payment. I'll now move on to the next piece of multi-cloud flexibility. As organizations are increasingly relying on IT when plans change, building in consistency is key. Your end users desire a consistent experience across public clouds, private clouds, and the edge. Let Dell Technologies help you establish a consistent experience across your hybrid cloud so that your IT administrators, as well as your end users of IT, can enjoy familiarity as they move from one platform to another. In order to truly experience the impact on this shift to true flexibility, additional roadblocks cannot be inserted in the form of inconsistencies. Organizations are overwhelmingly leveraging cloud technology as part of modernized infrastructure initiatives. IDC recently surveyed 900 IT leaders across verticals and regions and found that 95.7% of organizations have an executive mandate to leverage cloud technologies. Also notable, over half have an executive mandate to support hybrid cloud environments at 53.8%. Though most organizations begin their cloud strategy by investing heavily in public cloud, IDC highlighted that 88.9% of organizations plan to deploy private cloud infrastructure in the next 12 months. A hybrid IT environment which leverages both on-prem and off-premises cloud-hosted resources enables an organizations to migrate workloads on-prem as security and cost concerns change. Continuing to rely on a public cloud strategy solely over this hybrid cloud approach means that you are risking your organization falling behind your competitors, who may be building a more agile environment to drive innovation. For a long time, we at Dell Technologies have been explaining to customers the benefits of a hybrid cloud approach and how the balance of consistency and flexibility that your teams desire is in reach. as organizations are increasingly relying on IT to be flexible in order to help the business stay agile, in addition to scale capacity as you need, your users need experiences to stay the same as applications mature and workloads migrate. Since hybrid cloud is the way of the present and the future, you need to start building that consistency today if you haven't already. You need platforms that extend and interact seamlessly so that you can avoid hiccups throughout an application's lifecycle. You'll also want to keep your end users from being surprised or thrown by any new management interfaces. And you can rely on existing expertise. There are experts who can help you migrate without pain, so why struggle and do it alone? At Dell Technologies, we are proud to make this consistency real through our own hybrid cloud platform and by offering a familiar set of common tools as well as expert migration services. As technology innovation rapidly progresses, organizations are faced with competitive pressures to develop new products and solutions that satisfy customer expectations. Adopting a cloud mentality has been a common thread in the effort to operate with speed and agility to keep pace with innovation. There has been a shift from only using traditional data centers to a hybrid cloud operating model. This transition created a spread of data and workloads across multiple vendors. Ideally, you should have the same experience across your entire hybrid multi-cloud environment, regardless of vendor. So what we're delivering to customers is one common cloud experience. With other platforms, you are likely currently operating at least 3 environments, with private, public, and the edge requiring their own solutions. With Dell Technologies Cloud, you're going to have a common interface, bidirectional connections between these environments, and a single management console to maintain these environments. Enjoy a non-disruptive experience across private cloud, public cloud, and the edge that allows the selection of the right environment for the most optimal scalability, throughput, capacity, and computational performance on demand. We are also doing more than just providing a common environment. In this model, we're improving on your on-prem experience, making it more like a public cloud. We're also making your best practices for security and management more portable and bringing those to the public cloud. And we're bringing the best of these environments to the edge. Multi-cloud flexibility will bring you that consistent experience across your hybrid cloud environment. Dell Technologies makes this real by providing a familiar set of common tools across our cloud and infrastructure solutions. From Dell Technologies Cloud to our leading data storage and protection storage appliance, management is made easy, which allows your IT staff to stay focused on what matters, security and innovation. Your end users will benefit from a common look and feel across our offerings, a minimization of the tools that they'll need to access, and a maximization of productivity, thanks to the elimination of management and development silos. At Dell Technologies World in 2020, we began public preview of our Dell Technologies Cloud Console, which will roll out this year. The new Dell Technologies Cloud Console will help simplify operations by bringing a truly consistent self-service cloud experience for all workloads, no matter where they are. Combined with the unmatched end-to-end depth and breadth of our portfolio, all into a single easy-to-use web user interface. You'll be able to instantly manage every part of your cloud journey with a few clicks, from discovering and onboarding the right services for your business to deploying, managing, optimizing, and growing your hybrid multi-cloud environment. Our end-to-end Dell Technologies portfolio of IT products and solutions are not isolated management silos. We create everything with a consistent experience built on PowerEdge. To make your experience truly effective, Dell Technologies continues to make consistency real for your organization through our expert migration services. Here's a snapshot of our services portfolio at a high level. Without going into the extensive range of offerings, let me share some examples of how we can eliminate barriers to accelerating your transformation. While many companies have a defined strategy, the underlying roadmap on how to get there is not clear, resulting in limited executive sponsorship and a lack of alignment across lines of business stakeholders. Our consulting services can help by assessing your environment and building a transformation plan that achieves measurable outcomes aligned to your corporate vision and strategy. The ability to remain competitive and ensure your organization is agile to respond to changes is especially concerning for board members and CEOs. For IT, the directive has changed from do more with less to do more with less faster, as time expectations of the business are compressing exponentially. This requires the deployment of new and more efficient infrastructures, modern collaboration and communication tools, as well as the right end-user devices. Our deployment services can help your organization embrace new technologies by accelerating deployment and adoption so you can execute digital strategies and drive business outcomes. Many CIOs recognize the competitive nature of finding and retaining a skilled workforce. Our own research with Forrester found that 62% of 684 IT decision makers surveyed felt that they lacked the IT skills in-house to realize the full potential of technology purchases. Dell Technologies services can augment your in-house skills with consultants and technology experts, enabling you to shift focus from day-to-day management to critical IT and business initiatives. This includes delivering support services that utilize our experts, as well as AI, machine learning, and deep learning to optimize performance while predicting, preventing, and proactively resolving issues. Managed services to offload day-to-day IT operations by combining on-site and remote end-to-end management and operation of your infrastructure, allowing your resources to focus on driving innovation. And finally, education services to help you upskill your teams by identifying knowledge and skill gaps and define a continuous learning strategy so that skills are up to date. Dell Technologies Cloud allows you to establish your hybrid cloud environment by integrating existing legacy cloud platforms. When purchased through one of our flexible consumption offerings, this seamlessness can be achieved with the flexibility that your organization needs. Woolworths Group is one digital leader who worked with Dell Technologies to advance their digital transformation. Woolworths, one of the largest retailers in Australia and New Zealand, with nearly 3,000 outlets, leveraged Dell Technologies Cloud to transform and transition their legacy infrastructure to a seamless hosting service through one of our flexible offerings. By bringing together public and private cloud for multiple workloads, including protection of the workloads and data, they've been able to reduce their day-to-day efforts and costs with our industry-leading technology. By taking advantage of managed services from Dell Technologies, Woolworths was able to make digital transformation real by implementing a seamless approach to their existing cloud platforms. This is how Woolworths has been able to reduce the risks of day-to-day data protection operations in order to ensure continuity and availability. As the general manager of IT service operations and infrastructure put it, the Dell Technologies Cloud platform plays a critical role in Woolworths' ability to react and respond to huge challenges in today's environment, from operating and modernizing the IT infrastructure to remote working due to COVID, as-a-service storage services, and a myriad of traditional services and hardware. That concludes this section on consistent experiences across your hybrid cloud platform. Let's move on. The best way to support the business is to create a natural parallel between your IT environment and the objectives of your overall organization. Don't let the technological needs of those overall goals become an afterthought. Let Dell Technologies help you optimize your infrastructure and workloads for desired predicted outcomes. By building out your infrastructure with these end goals in mind, you can drive IT outcomes to meet expectations. Maximizing IT agility will also allow your team to keep up with the pace of business, a top concern for organizations across the globe. 451 Research ran a pulse survey in October 2020, and when organizations were asked which strategic or budgetary concern is a greater priority today than it was a year ago, it's no surprise that the top three results are around cost, revenue, and efficiency. 49.1% of respondents selected cost savings or efficiency, 73.2% selected revenue growth, and 36.7% selected improving productivity of people and resources. The next most popular selection came in at 21.6%, which was corporate social responsibility. This means organizations are recognizing in a big way that they need to find a way to improve cost and people efficiency through a change in strategy. To achieve this change in priority, organizations will need to create a greater alignment between their IT staff and resources and the overall goals that the organization is driving towards. We have thoroughly discussed how IT ultimately must become more responsive in order to best support the goals of the business. We have also helped countless customers understand that maximizing IT agility will enable you to create a better alignment with business requirements. We feel that you need to ensure a natural alignment with the application development team. And you'll need kinetic modular infrastructure that can change dynamically as needs change. And of course, you need a good night's sleep and the peace of mind that your data is secure. At Dell Technologies, we've been focused on our own desired outcomes as we drive our own transformations internally. And we have been proud to work with customers around the globe to do the same. IT can best support innovative efforts that benefit the bottom line when the alignment is built into the IT purchasing. We make this real for you through our modular kinetic infrastructure that helps keep you responsive. We encourage you to create that natural alignment between IT and application development, and finally, to ensure protection through intrinsic security. At Dell Technologies, we are passionate about supporting modern application development, deployment, and management through automated tasks and orchestration. Automation is built in throughout our portfolio of leading infrastructure. The Dell Technologies Cloud Platform delivers the simplest and fastest hybrid cloud deployment because of the joint engineering between VMware Cloud Foundation and VxRail. With Tanzu Kubernetes Grid, VMware admins can become Kubernetes admins using the familiar tool set of VMware Cloud Foundation while steadily bolstering their own skill sets and familiarity with the cloud-native stack. Automation enables your IT team to become more responsive to the real-time objectives of your organization, opening you up to the new business opportunities by streamlining development and aligning workflows with the overall goals of your organization. Plus, machine learning helps keep appliance resources optimized on the fly. When your application development teams turn to you with pressing demands, you will be prepared because you planned ahead. What's more, VMware Cloud Foundation on VxRail makes operating the data center fundamentally simpler, bringing the ease and automation of the public cloud in-house by deploying a standardized and validated network flexible architecture with built-in lifecycle automation for the entire cloud infrastructure stack, including hardware. This level of integration gives you a truly unique turnkey hybrid cloud experience via Dell Technologies Cloud, which is not available on any other infrastructure. Dell Technologies and our infrastructure offerings can help you optimize your infrastructure and workloads for desired predicted outcomes. Flexibility is made real when you can process traditional and transformational workloads through our modern Kinetic infrastructure, enabling the ability to assign the right resources to the right workload and change dynamically as needs change. This frees your IT staff to focus on the innovative outcomes that your organization is counting on you to drive. As a few examples of that, first meet the Dell EMC PowerEdge MX series, which is designed with a scalable business architecture and intelligent automation technology. PowerEdge MX brings together compute, storage, and networking with automation to make modularity a reality. Furthermore, the intelligent automation technology featured in Dell EMC PowerStore allows you to eliminate dozens of time-consuming tasks and decision points. Labor-intensive processes like initial volume placement, migrations, load balancing, and issue resolution are automated by PowerStore's onboard machine learning engine, which fine-tunes both individual and clustered appliances, optimizing performance and reducing costs, even as your environment evolves unpredictably. With programmable workflows, IT and DevOps users can take advantage of the plugins for VMware, Kubernetes, and Ansible, reducing deployment timeframes from days to seconds. And finally, we'll highlight the Dell EMC PowerFlex integrated system, a turnkey experience that provides complete lifecycle management and orchestration. PowerFlex Manager, a key component of the PowerFlex family, offers tools for IT operations and lifecycle management that can automate infrastructure workloads from BIOS and firmware to nodes, hypervisors, and networking. And of course, you know that your organization isn't truly ready for whatever may be coming if you're not safe and secure. To really ensure that the outcomes your organization is driving towards are achieved, you need protection and cybersecurity, which Dell Technologies makes real through our trusted portfolio. Accelerate with confidence with Dell EMC Power Protect, from cyber recovery to DD protection storage, DP integrated protection storage, and even our advanced data manager software. Power Protect DD and DP series appliances reduce data loss by being fast, secure, and efficient. Power Protect appliances also support an extensive cloud ecosystem to deliver industry-leading multi-cloud protection and expand our multi-dimensional appliance portfolio, which can scale up and scale out to meet future demands. And of course, Power Protect appliances can be used as the vault for the Power Protect cyber recovery solution. You can establish that much-needed last line of defense against cyber attacks with this air-gapped solution. Dell Technologies works with all of our customers on the verge of becoming digital leaders to embrace protection and security, not as an afterthought, but as a core function of IT. There are benefits to be uncovered, as Founders Federal Credit Union learned firsthand. Their passion for data quality drove business transformation, as their CTO shares. In addition to safely maintaining consistent delivery of financial services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, they learned data can open new revenue sources. Founders Federal Credit Union is a regional company with a global vision. They grew to 630 million assets in the 45 years since their founding. And now, thanks to the value of their data and their focus on data protection, they plan on doubling those assets in the next 12 months. That's $63 million in their projected growth of 1 year. With the vital role of data protection firmly in mind, Founders Federal has ventured into public-private cloud mixed infrastructure, balancing the company's adversity to risk with their goal of continually delivering innovative financial services to their customers via self-service with responsiveness in minutes, if not seconds. As their CTO puts it, just as 10 years ago we were getting into data protection and virtualization and entrusting that to Dell, we now trust Dell to take us the distance in multi-cloud. Cyber attacks are maturing every minute in every corner of the world. I don't have time to battle that. Dell has provided me with the ability to win in self-service, and this figures in our amazing growth projection. That concludes the optimization of your infrastructure and workloads for desired predicted outcomes. I'll now move on to our wrap-up. Your organization can't see into the future, but with Dell Technologies at your side, you can trust that you'll have the technology expertise, end-to-end solutions, world-class services, and relentless spirit to help your business be prepared for whatever comes next. That's the advantage of partnering with Dell Technologies to drive your digital transformation. When you need us most, you know we'll be there. Let Dell Technologies accelerate your transformation as you begin to engage IT with flexibility. When you establish your multi-cloud ecosystem through one of our flexible purchasing opportunities available to you locally, Dell Technologies gives you the broadest portfolio of products, solutions, and services delivered on demand. Embrace cloud-centric buying practices across all of your IT investments, PCs, data center, and our cloud platform, and accelerate your transformation by engaging your resources on demand, whenever the situation demands it. Thank you for taking the time today to go through this presentation on how you can increase agility with multi-cloud flexibility. If you're interested in any of the other transformation accelerators introduced here, follow up for a full presentation. Again, thank you for joining our discussion. We look forward to our next conversation.